Hi, my name is Mandisa and I go under my spirit name, Mandulo. And it's been taking a long time for me to feel comfortable to be able to share. Because then it's like, what do I share? How do I share it? And Spirit has been guiding me to just move from the most authentic space and find my way. That I'm on the path already, so we might as well give it a go. I am Mandulo. These are divinations. These are spirit messages. These are downloads. These are sacred conversations from an earthly medicine woman who uses touch, breath, movement, sound, intuition to simply help you bridge the gap between the head and the heart space. It is one of the longest journeys ever known. And every moment is an opportunity to draw ourselves closer. We have intellectualized a lot of these things, and we have escaped the body. And I speak a lot about the wisdom of the body. So my intention here, once again, is to help you along the path for those seekers, for those who have been seeking support along the way, to help you with your beautiful level of curiosity, your heart, your drive, your sense of adventure, your sense of understanding that you deserve to be free. I am here to support you because I know exactly how it feels like to not have that support that you need. And we will from time to time move into body space to be able to listen. So I had a poem, but before I have a poem to read out, what I would like to do is just drop into stillness for a little bit so that we can receive this message with a lot more clarity. If you do have the capacity to take time to just sit down or stand wherever you're standing and to close your eyes. And if you're not standing, just that moment to breathe and connect with this opening meditation and prayer, so that those who need to receive can really hear these messages that have been passed through. I've been gifted to share. And I've been holding back for a long time, but now is the opportunity to share from a loving space. So as you begin to ground yourself, observe where you are breathing. Is your breath feeling slightly tight in your chest? Does it feel like your breath is moving down from your belly, expanding? And then checking in regarding how is your sense of presence. Simply tell the mind what you are doing. I am seated. I am in the doing of. I am here listening to this divination. Sharing so much love from the beautiful Cape Town in South Africa. Persist to understand this message for whoever needs to understand it. And just see, perhaps with your eyes closed, just listening to what is a deeper resonance of why this message came to you. Because on some level, you also needed exactly what I did in this moment of hearing this particular message. So the poem goes, "Why are you rushing? Don't you know that there is no deadline? We only have this time. Gifted as you are to foresee a lot of possibilities. However, you can never get it all done now. And without an attitude of gratitude, you will keep chasing that which already exists, tiring yourself. The slow, the soul allowing the ego to persist. For you have to get so tired sometimes until you understand the importance of rest. And now that you know, don't wait for that to happen. Listening to this message, a great part of the test. Why are you rushing? When your head is ahead of your body, command the mind to be here, grounded, present, clear-minded, and rested." This poem came about because I am in a particular journey of, I'm about to shed. So I'm in my autumn, but I'm transitioning into my winter. And here in Cape Town, it is not quite spring yet. So we're transitioning from winter into the final, the fruition of spring. And then I closed my eyes and I was just like, Spirit, what are you trying to tell me? And this is old wisdom. All I heard was rest. Rest, rest, rest. When you don't know, rest. When your breath feels faster, rest. When you're feeling overwhelmed, rest. Enjoy, rest. You might be finding yourself in a place where you can no longer operate the same. Specifically, even the way in which you used to shift through things even 4 years ago, from 4 years ago. We have been asked to move from the subconscious mind, which is the heart space, which holds a lot of heart medicine for our healing. And the purpose of helping you bridge the gap between the head and the heart space is allowing you to sink into the trust, allowing you to release yourself of old paradigms and to trust, just like when it says, look at the birds and the bees, they do not worry. They are fully catered to. I'm paraphrasing here, by the way. They're fully catered to. And if they are fully catered to, and those are bees, how about you? So we look to nature to really see how we are in constant communication and how nature is communicating with us. So in transition, in integration, in idea setting, the only time this information will come through is from a rested state. Anything that is not from a rested state, you are absorbing from energies of low vibration. And when we talk of low vibration, we are moving from energy that is partly of earthly illusions, earthly truths, earthly experiences, earthly projections. So now how do we fully connect to the divine? Right? How do we connect to heart center, where there is so much medicine? There is so much medicine. There is so much medicine in the heart space. I wrote this the other day. Pain is love romanticized. Love is pain realized. I'll say that again. Pain is love romanticized. Love is pain realized. So it's connected to this reading of what we have been projected to believe, and how do we renew our minds so that we can understand the full truth of what is. So we look into this poem, and I'll dissect it a little bit. So why are you rushing? Just ask yourself that question. Why are you rushing? Don't you know that there is no deadline? Yes, of course, on this earth plane, we have deadlines to attend to. We have to meet at the time frames our earthly existence needs to be able to exchange sacred conversation, really. And when I say this, I speak from the aspect that anything that you are receiving, any information from desire to non-desirable, is coming from something inside of you and bigger than you, which is you, right? Because you are the one who is hearing this. You are the one who is going to perceive this information through your unique way or in your unique perspective. And then this you'll be able to share with the world, right? This is what one can say. We are a hologram, and we are perceiving information from a beautiful network that gets limited sometimes. Unfortunately, we forgot the fun part of this play. So we've forgotten how to play with time and to alchemize energies. We only have this time. Do you understand? Like, you can only hear this now. You can't hear this tomorrow. You're only hearing this now. And even if you do hear it tomorrow, you'll only hear it now. Because when you think about the past or the future, you're thinking about it now, right? So how do you make this moment right here the most important? So then I go, gifted as you are to foresee a lot of possibilities that's coming from the hologram. So that information from the divine network that runs through our cellular memory And through our particular blueprint, now it becomes how do we impact? How do we become more impactful from our specific blueprint, right? And then I say, however, you can never get it all done now. So whatever you're perceiving and receiving from that network, like you picking up from a signal, you are being guided to write down the possibilities of what can exist in your world. But you can never get all of that information done. So if you release yourself from having a particular deadline and that you're running out of time, you can rest in understanding why this desire is coming into your awareness in the first place. Then I go, without an attitude of gratitude, you'll keep chasing that which already exists. How often are we seeking in relationships ourselves? How often when we are connecting to another, we are looking for a mirror to be able to embody that within ourselves. So now we escape our actual bodies and use other people's bodies to be able to perceive this information. But here's the catch. If you are receiving this information from a projected space, a programmed space, and you haven't reprogrammed yourself to understand, why is it that I believe what I believe? Is it what I truly believe? Are the actions in my life showing me the truth of what I'm seeing, what I'm perceiving? So now, if you are only moving from a head space, that's full on program. Moving from a heart space is reprogrammed, rewiring, right? So you are who you are seeking, or you are what you are seeking. Everything is inside of you, because when you are in relationship and no one is there to support you in the way that you need, it's because you don't even know the type of support that you need, the way in which you need it. So as much as people can mind read, if you are not connecting from heart space, you are perceiving from projection and just projecting you onto another. That's why this information is so important, that you allow yourself to hold the deepest resonance within it. Because inquire, is this true for me? This is truth for me. For me, this coming out of my mouth. But you have to understand it for you. You can't be dictated to in this world. You have to be able to draw within your own sense of autonomy. And I'm here to help you with that. But I'm not going to choose sides. I don't choose sides. It is what it is, or it isn't what it isn't. Then I go, tiring yourself. The soul allowing the ego to persist. So your soul and your ego are in a dance with spirit, which resides within your heart space. Now your soul and your ego, which can be evil actually, which can be evil sometimes, are having a dance off. It's like the yin and the yang. They are having a dance off. There is good in bad and there's bad in good, relatively speaking, right? So the soul allowing the ego to persist, so that because the soul is perceiving from this signal and understands that it's in a full hologram, the earthly part of ourselves, limited in seeing through program, because we have been programmed from the time we were born, that the soul is dancing in a way that is allowing the ego to play and also get tired to understand, hey, go rest, go rest. You won't be able to physically move the way in which the signal frequencies are being pulled at such fast rates. It's like the light of speed when we receive these downloads. You can't do it. But there is work for you to be in gratitude, to be able to recognize it, right? For you have to get so tired sometimes until you understand the importance of rest. How many of you have noticed when you are in a period of dis-ease, whether you have to go to hospital, whether you have been called off work, whether you have a particular injury, the natural thing the body causes you to do is rest. Rest, 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 rest. So now that you know, please don't wait for that to happen. Listening to this message, a great part of your test. You are in a period of your life where Spirit is testing you. You found this message and you have reached this point. Now this is a test. Are you going to listen by encouraging yourself? Or are you going to listen by being forced into the situation? I pray for you that you don't have to allow life and Greater Spirit to intervene in a deeper way after this message, please. Why are you rushing? When your head is ahead of your body, command the mind to be here. When your head is ahead of your body, command the mind to be here. You have to build that self-control, because when you do not have self-control, which is masculine energy, the divine feminine will feel deeply insecure. So you balance that out by building security and self-control. The two go hand in hand, insecure and control, self-control. But you're not trying to control others, because all of this is about you. So you are learning how to develop autonomy, finding your center, finding that sense of understanding what are your boundaries that keep you centered and present, because you have to command the mind, because the mind, all it is doing is also giving you information from what it saw from yesterday, what it saw in your dreams in that scape, and what it's perceiving in this current moment. So if you are not guiding it to where you are, because you are your highest vibrational point, remember, you are the receiver of the signal within this hologram. Understand the importance of that. Command the mind to be here. So you back here and you say, right now I am seated behind a desk. I am grounded on a chair. And then you can say whatever it is, because then you become grounded. You become more present. You become more clear-minded, and you clear the clutter. And then you become more rested. Because like a filter system, you know those Christmas balls? It's like when you shake it, shake it, shake it. Some of you are in this position where you've shaken it and you're shaking it and you're shaking it, and you're wondering, where's God? What's happening with my life? Why me? And it's like, stop shaking the ball. Stop shaking the ball. Just allow everything to filter down so you can see this beauty inside this ball. So grounded, present, clear-minded, and rested. So a question for you to ask yourself is, why are you rushing? Where are you rushing to? What is there that is not here? So you'll start observing between the people, the places, and the things. What is there in those things you are rushing to that is not here with you now? And a lot of the time, what you'll find is that what is not there, but is here, or what at least you think is there, is not here, is seeing yourself. That feeling of being seen, that feeling of being heard, that feeling of being acknowledged of your existence. That's the ego needing to be seen. So we gift that to each other by spending time. We gift that to each other by sharing our wisdom that we receive from our life's experience. We gift each other through stories, through creating a sense of relatability in relationship, right? Just allowing yourself to receive this information, and thank yourself the time and space to be able to let it integrate. We are here to share. We are here to expand. And the last thing I want to say about what I was actually talking about was that what you're seeking outside from being seen, heard, and felt is connection. It's peace of mind that, yes, I am connected, and I'm connected to me, finally. So once again, why are you rushing when it's time for rest? Rest, as much as it sounds like it doesn't, increases your level of productivity. Because if you go back to that analogy of the Christmas ball, we see that if we keep shaking the ball, we won't see the picture, the full picture, and the full snow just settled down. So settle down for more productivity to avail itself in your life. I pray that this message has landed in your heart space in the deepest level, and that you know how to take action. Your action is to rest. Rest in meditation. Rest in reading and writing. Rest by leaving your phone. Rest by journaling, just getting the body into a still position and just writing your reflections from this conversation. Let us move in a more sacred way. Let's move in a way that allows us to understand and respect the order of the divine. That when we come together in agreement. Ashe. Until next time, enjoy just understanding, why are you rushing?